Hi, everybody. This is Go After Your Passion Live. I'm Theresa Crowley, broadcasting across the airwaves. I just love Facebook Live. And I like it because I have not seen this individual since September when I was in Kelowna, British Columbia. A little bit about Reen Rose. Well, she's an educator, and she has gone online and has written a book, and the book is called Modeling Happiness, a Guide for Teachers and Parents. And I've got the book right away as soon as I saw it on Amazon, because how many people do you know that have written a book? And because I have sisters that are educators. And so Reen has agreed to join us today. And Reen, we were at Shine Live, and you were my MC. And so what got you connected to Chantal Adams and the Shine Live platform?
Isn't in life things happen, you don't even expect them to happen? I was arranging an event, and I was in charge of coming up with the speakers, and I'd heard of Chantal. I knew a little bit about her online, and I thought, wow, she would be a great person, and she's local, so I think I'll try and get her. So we met so that I could get her to be one of my speakers. But in fact, what happened before I left the coffee shop, I was signed up to do Center Stage Live. We spent all our time talking about what she could do for me. She did also speak at my event, but it was just fantastic. It was like it was meant to be. And hands down, that's the best course I have ever taken. And I've taken a lot of courses.
And Chantal and you both live in Kelowna.
We do.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Center Stage Live is a great program that she has. If you are ever interested in becoming a speaker, doing some presentations, that is definitely getting you set up for your video, your promo pages. I think she really does have a professional act when that comes to call, because you're there and she'll show you the ropes.
Oh, I absolutely agree. And anybody who wants to get themselves out into the speaking world, and I know there are lots of people out there, Chantal leaves you with a one sheet and a demo reel. And even just 2 weeks ago, someone asked me about being a keynote speaker for an event. And they said, do you have a demo reel or something where we can see you speaking? And I went, yes, I do. And I sent the one sheet. I just made a few little changes. It was fabulous. If I hadn't done the course, I would never have had those resources at my fingertips. So it was great.
Well, and I would never have had the resources or the ability to focus on finding your passion and going after your passion. Now, I did tell everyone that you're an educator, but really, what has made your focus and what has been the key, the trigger for going after your passion?
Well, my passions have changed a little over the days. My passion to start with, when I was finishing high school, was to be a teacher. That was my passion. I went into that knowing I was meant to do that. And then as things changed, I ended up by teaching in England for quite a few years, and that was different. I loved it, but it was a very different thing. When I came back to Canada 18 years later, I was looking for doing something different than teaching. I didn't want to go back into school teaching again. And I ended up by teaching adults, but I still thought I'm missing something. I need something more. And it's only actually been in the last year that I realized that I am here on this earth. My passion is to help people to be equipped to be happier.
And
that's it.
And that's a big focus. This book is to equip yourself, to give you tools in which to be happier, because you're focused on the person, but we also influence people around us.
Oh, that is so true. Once you start noticing it, the word modeling is coming up everywhere online. People keep talking about modeling this, modeling that. The best way for change, for transformation, is to start with yourself and change the way you do things. And people look at you and they go, wow, I like her. She really intrigues me. And they will start to model the things that you're doing because they want the same magic that you've got. It is the key.
And I think I've talked a lot about how people are attracted to the people they want to be. And I think that's a lot with you too, is in the modeling yourself, people want to be like you. And you attract those kind of people to you. You just need to have the skills to be able to do it. And I'm looking there. I'm looking at your book here, and you have some principles for action. Can you mention a few?
Yeah, there are 8 precepts or principles for action. And there are things like the one that I think is the most important is having a growth mindset. That allows you to see failure as opportunities to learn, never getting too stressed when things don't work out because you know there's another opportunity in there. Almost like looking for the silver cloud in everything that you do. And there is always a silver lining, always a silver cloud. That didn't make quite sense, but that's okay. Hopefully you understand what I mean.
It's just us.
Yeah, exactly. Another one is enjoying your journey. Rather than looking at where I want to get to, and I want to be here, and I want to retire by the time I'm 55, and I want to have this, enjoy getting there. You can make a goal to retire at 55, but enjoy all those years of getting to be 55 rather than just spending all your time concentrating on the end goal. Enjoy your journey, gives so much enjoyment, the mindfulness, doing yoga, writing in journals, being grateful, all those sorts of things can help you with that. And I'll just give you a third one, just to round it up. See yourself as part of the bigger picture. Rather than just, it's all about you in a small way. Think about how you are contributing to the big picture, to the world around you, to make society better, to make the lives of your children, parents, family, friends better. So seeing a bigger picture.
And I really like the focus of this book too, because I think a lot about the statement that behind every no, there's a yes. And if you can look at that and you can be, happy in what you're doing and where you are and be looking at the big picture, but also looking at yourself. Because if you are portraying a happiness and you are portraying a positive energy, I think then you've got all the bases covered.
Oh, I so agree with that. You've just put that so well. And it really doesn't matter if you say no or yes. You can always change your mind as you start going down a road. If you think, oops, I really wish I had done this instead. Yeah, that's okay. You can change your mind. Nothing is forever. It's that nice feeling of life has got so much to offer. Every day is a new opportunity to find something that it's offering. When bad things happen to you, what's the lesson? What good can you take from that? And boy, Theresa, I bet you would agree with me on this, that sometimes when the worst things happen to you, that's when the best changes, the best opportunities show up in your life.
I do believe that. And I think sometimes change is not comfortable. But when you can look back on it, you can say, what was I worried about?
Yeah.
Why am I worried?
Yeah, we often don't want what happens because it is so uncomfortable. But being pushed into it, you come out the other side and you go, wow, that felt good because you survived. And there's nothing better than facing a challenge and surviving it. So, yeah, it's a great way of doing things and looking at life.
So was one of your goals writing this book, because I'm going to hold it up in front of me now, and here it is, Modeling Happiness. And was that like one of your goals to write a book that people could share, or how did it get developed?
Well, we met at Shine Live, yes. And that was an experience. I love that experience. And I won a door prize. I was up there as MC every time going, please be me, please be me. And I was just joking, but it did get to me at one point. And I won a coaching session with Alyonka Polanco from New York. And when we were doing that session, I had finally got myself to where I wanted to be, my vision, improving the mental wellness of children. That's really what I'm aiming at. And I sort of came up with the idea of the best way to do that wasn't to teach them, to show them. So that's where the modeling came in. But she said to me, wow, you're going to be doing this big convention in Calgary. Could you get a book written before then? And this is the end of November. I'm in Calgary in February. And I thought, I think I could. So it was an absolute, let's sit down, let's get this done. And that's where it came from, the desire to share. I already had the ideas. I already knew my information. It was just an idea of getting it onto paper. So it all came about from that.
Yeah, to just go after that passionate part of you to write. And
I do. Sorry, I was going to say, I love writing now because I've had a lot of practice. That is my second book, and it's better than my first book, although I still love my first book. But you get better with practice. And that's it. If you want to write, just start writing. That's the way to get better.
That's right, because if you don't have anything on paper, if you don't have a written example, you can say you're a writer, but you're more a thinker until you've got it down.
I like that. That's a very quotable. That's very tweetable. That yes, you are just a thinker until it's actually on paper. And being on paper allows, even for me sometimes, I put things down and think, boy, I was good that day. I don't know if I would ever have come up with that thought again if I hadn't written it down. So it's a good thing.
And I really like that this book is available on Amazon.com. That's where I bought it in the States. And I'm just thinking the advantages of being able to follow this passion, to be able to write, and so many different venues in which to get yourself published. How did you go about finding a publisher?
Well, as I say, this is my second book, and I've got smarter as I've gone along. I self-published because I knew I wanted to do this, and they often say books are very expensive business cards. And my first book was The Secrets to Being Happy at Work. I knew a couple of years ago that I wanted to be in the happiness field, but I thought I wanted to be corporate based. So I wrote the book just to give me that little bit of extra credibility, maybe is what it was. And I self-published. And I still have about 100 copies of that book sitting in my basement. Okay. Because people can buy it off the website, but that's way harder to do. And, I've given some away and whatever. But this time I thought, okay, that didn't work so well. It wasn't attainable. And I want people to get their hands on this book. That's really important. So this time I went through CreateSpace, which is online. It doesn't cost you anything. You get everything up. They approve of your files. You have to be able to typeset or get someone to do that for you. But it gets done from that website, and then it's available on Amazon worldwide. So you can get it from amazon.ca, .co.uk, any of the Amazon sites, but they print on demand. So when you order it, they print it, and Amazon deals with all the distribution from that way.
And it's so great to have more than one venue. I use CreateSpace also, and I'm doing journals, and I'm doing some guided journals, that just make you want to spew. That's my favorite word. And, just let it all out. And then I have blank ones. And I think that just to write, to journal, to get your stress out for me is really important. And that's kind of my passion, is to help people find theirs, help people get rid of the barriers. And when I was reading your book, I'm like, this is great. My sister is an elementary school teacher, and my other sister that lives with her up in Montana. Hi, Mark. Hi, Joel. She's a retired teacher, and I can't wait to put this in the mail to let them see it. I also, though, wanted to keep it until I got to talk with you, because nothing better than a visual.
Yeah. Oh, that's really exciting. And I love that. I love the idea of sharing it. And so many people I know have done that. They finished reading it, and then they passed it on to someone else. And I love that. The more people that can read the book, and in fact, I'm just creating a much smaller book, which is an abridged version. So it's a very short version for people who just want to get a flavor and an idea, and that will be up on Amazon before long as well. It goes through all the precepts. It gives just a basic of the most important scientific reasons why we need to be doing this. So that will be there as well. I just want people to have a chance to get their hands on these precepts.
And I think I'll get the little one because I want to throw it in my purse, because it's so many times when I'm thinking of something and I would just love to be able to grab something small in a book and look it up, or just keep it, or just remind myself. So that would be the unabridged or the abridged. I'm not sure which one that is.
Yeah, that'd be the abridged.
The abridged would be a great version for me, because my purse is only so big, can only be carried so far, and I don't want to leave everything at home. So I think that's an excellent idea.
Perfect. Well, I tell you what, Theresa, when I get my author copies in, I'll get one in the mail to you. I'll send that out to you.
That would be great. Now, there's one nugget that you would like to share with the people watching that need our back. We want to give them some support. We want to give them inspiration to go after a passion, go after an idea, what would you tell them?
Passion needs to be in your life. It's an important part because it fires us. But you don't have to make money with your passion. People have got the idea that you have to make your passion your work. And sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you want to go to work and make money because you've got the money then to do whatever your passion is. But having a passion will keep you young when you're well into your 80s and 90s, and it will just fire your life forever, give you purpose, give you that reason to get up in the morning and do something. And if you can manage to tie your passion in with that bigger picture, something you're doing to help the world, it'll make it that much stronger. And I know we talk passion a lot and people go, but this is so true. Don't wait till you retire to find a passion. Find your passion starting right now, and it will enrich every day from this moment forward.
And I think that we just don't give ourselves enough credit because we have great ideas, and just to go after your passion, it could be a private thing. It can be telling everybody everywhere that what you're doing and why you're doing it, and it's so awesome. But whatever version you want to do, I think, just do it. Sorry, Nike.
But that's absolutely right. You just have to do it. You can't put it off. And I love the way you say you could start if you don't feel comfortable sharing it. It seems very personal. Start there. You might be moved in no time at all because once you're passionate, you just want to share. You want that to be something, even if it's something just you do for yourself, passionate about gardening, let's say. If you know that could help somebody else be calmer and feel better and grow their own veggies or whatever, you want to share. And that's when you know you found your passion, when you really get excited about it and you want to tell somebody about it.
Well, I have your website, your URL that I'm going to put on the bottom of the page again. I've been putting it on here and there. Again, modelinghappiness.com. And I invite you to reach out to Reen. She is on Facebook. Let her know what you think about the book, what you're experiencing. Just kind of, get a dialogue going. Get a dialogue going in your life because we've got your back. There's so many great authors. There's so many great people. There's so many great opportunities that you can find. And I'm hoping that you appreciate that I brought Reen on today because she is a great resource, great MC, pretty funny too. She made me laugh when I was very, very nervous. I had to get up on stage, and we can all learn from each other, and I think we need to be a great network.
You are so right. That's such a great way to kind of end all of this. It's so important to have that network of people who understand where you're coming from. And we haven't seen each other since September. So we are so lucky with technology. We can stay in touch even if we're thousands of miles apart. So reach out, and I would love to hear from anybody who wants to reach out. Please do. I am on Facebook. You can look for Reen Rose or for Modeling Happiness. I've got things on there. But reach out to Theresa. This is so fantastic. I thank you so much, Theresa, for allowing me to come on here with you and for sharing your gift, for finding that passion with the rest of the world. That's fantastic.
Well, this is Go After Your Passion Live. My guest star, Reen Rose. I'm Theresa Crowley, and we're going to try and do these every Wednesday night with an inspiration. So if you have ideas on who you would like to have featured, you can let me know. And please let Reen know how great it was to have her on Go After Your Passion Live. Till next week, thank you, Reen.
You're welcome. Thank you, Theresa.
And we're out of here. Yay!
Woo! So that's weird. That was so weird to do that without being able to see your face. Oh, there you are.
Well, we're going to...